Blessed love, royalty, give thanks to the life giver and the keeper of life. You see him there, Emperor Haile Selassie the First. We're talking about great King David, greater Solomon is here. Wonderful family, it is a joy. You're definitely in the tiger's nest. And what we're going to do this moment, we want to just continue the reasoning, the short reasoning, as we are preparing for Sunday, as it relates to all things biblical. Remember, we'll be going into the Bible, specifically the reality of the Bible. But of course, that will be a deep, deep reasoning, a deep lecture, deep presentation, historically and otherwise. But for sure, what we're going to do tonight, we want to get into a bit more of Emperor Haile Selassie's outlook on the Bible itself. I know many ones have their own interpretation of what the king would say about the Bible. All of that is good. But let's just get to what the king say about the Bible. And then after, you can take it and, put, no offense, your spin on it if you desire. But I'm telling you, for sure, we got to take it from the king himself, Haile Selassie, and see what he says. So we're going to go into an interview that was done with him by Hoffman. And this was specifically during the time of Christmas in Ethiopia. And of course, he was asked, as I said, concerning the Bible and his outlook on it. But before we go there, let me just do this first. I'm sure you're gonna love this here.
Hi, my name is Nyla, and I am 7 years old. I like my astronomy class, and I am loving it. And I've been learning my planets like the moon and Earth and the Venus, Mercury, and astronomy class is awesome. I've been learning about like Egypt and that stuff. And king and queens and and pyramids and
What do you think thus far of the International Homeschool program?
I believe it's the best investment I could have made for my daughter and for myself as well, because learning astronomy and African heritage, it was needed. It was much needed,
Of course, definitely give thanks. As you see there, enroll the young ones today, and all the information is there. You could definitely email us, priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. Of course, you can just check us on the World Wide Web, our website. Of course, this is priestisaacinstitute.com. That's the website. And of course, the email, priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. And for sure, let me just remind you, family, remember, when you contact us, you can easily ask for a free preview of any one of the classes. This is very important. So you don't have to spend any finance, all you have to do is call us or email us and say, I would like to have a free preview, a free viewing of the International Homeschool Program. Trust me, family, this is something that will benefit your young little ones, tremendously, more than you believe, more than you think. But you should know, when we put up our videos, you're here and you watch, there's a reason why you keep coming, because you know you're getting good information. Trust me, we put everything into those classes that we prepare for your young ones. So definitely they will come out of that the better. That's without a doubt. You should invest in that. I'm telling you from my heart, family, you should take the time. It's extremely inexpensive. You understand? To me, it's pennies for the amount of information that we're sending to you daily. And it's designed in such a way that the little minds can just take it in. It's not no long 2-hour lecture, fall asleep on me, It's sharp classes. Some of the classes, 10, 15 minutes, sharp classes daily. Keep them alert, give them assignments to fulfill, simple worksheets. And trust me, at the end of the day, you heard how the Honorable Princess Nyla was so proud, of all the things that she's learning. You heard how mommy is so happy that she, invested in the international homeschool program. So family, believe me, there's nothing to lose. Okay, let us get into this. And remember this, what we're doing here is just preparing you for Sunday in the Tiger's Temple. Remember, in the Tiger's Temple, this will be our second edition of the Tiger's Temple. But remember, that is where we all gather together. This is your time and your space too. Although this Sunday will be the lecture, the reality of the Bible. As I said, we'll be going into it on different levels as far as its history, not the history in it, but the history of it, plus the history in it, the whole aspect of its esoteric value, its exoteric value. We're going to be touching everything, family. So prepare yourself Sunday for the Tiger's Temple. And you know how to get there. Just contact us, email us, and of course, you can WhatsApp us or call us as well to secure your spot. Make sure you secure your spot early. Remember, it's just a small contribution of $10 for sure. Or you could also get a monthly pass as well, if you definitely desire that. So contact us, or you could even make the payment and then let us know that you've already made your payment, and for sure you'll receive the link for this Sunday's Tigers Temple as we go into the midst of it. Remember, we start at 8 p.m. sharp, and it's going to be a wonderful sit down. Now, really, what I want to do is just to cover the question that was asked. And Dr. Hoffman asked Haile Selassie I in this interview. He says here, it is a magnificent answer, and I'm deeply grateful for it. That's for a previous question, obviously. To turn to another subject, Your Imperial Majesty, are there any passages of the Bible that have become especially meaningful to you? And the emperor says, I have the highest respect for the Bible as a whole. Now, me personally, no matter what research we may have done, no matter what history may have come in front of you, and how much you have broken down where the Bible comes from, how many books they may have taken out, and it originally came from this, and it originally came from that, and we could say all what we know or what we think we know. Those of us who understand the divinity of Haile Selassie, we have to pay attention to his words. We have to give some level of respect to what his opinions are as it relates to the Bible. And I mean, I'm telling you, I know ones would say, well, he was a Christian and he had to say that. Okay, that's one's opinion. But honestly, I think when the emperor speaks of the Bible, he's speaking from his heart. The words that he uses to describe to get to the point, you understand, to me, they're coming from the soul, especially when he says, today, this is not this speech here, but he says, today, man, sees his hopes and aspirations crumbling before him. And he knows not whether he's drifting, and he knows not where to turn. He must realize that the Bible is his refuge. I think that that statement is very precise and very clear and very straightforward. He didn't say, hey, the Bible is a good book you could check out. He must realize that the Bible is his refuge, and without it, he cannot hope for salvation. Those are very serious words, my brothers. Those of you who accept and respect the divinity of Haile Selassie I. Now, this is not religion or spookism. Haile Selassie is a man within his own self. As a man has his own ambitions and ideas, and we all are different people and can reason things out. But if you accept the divinity of the man, you have to at least pay some attention to the emphasis, not just his love for the Bible and being a Christian, but to me, his heartfelt emphasis that he puts into it. Okay, he says here, I have the highest respect for the Bible as a whole. We also recognize the rightful name the Bible bears. We find that in all the periods of the Old Testament, in the time of patriarchs, kings, and prophets, great miracles were done. on the other hand, the time in which our Lord himself gave the commandment to go to all the world and to preach is also of high value. Now listen to this here now. Then Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. I find this statement here very serious. The four gospels in which the sayings of our Lord are recorded. This is what I find mystic here. He says, are pillars. He's talking about Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. He said that they are pillars for all men on earth. You know, pillars are something that holds up a structure. So even because there are those of us as racists that will say, yeah, man, we don't burn the Bible, man. We only burn the New Testament, but the Old Testament is the right one. But he's saying now, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are pillars for all men on the earth. Therefore, the Bible should not be cut into portions. Now, let's be honest, racists. Many of us who say we follow the Bible, we do cut it into portions. Yeah, man, some of you clearly say, well, I'm a Bible man, but you see the book of Paul, them books of Paul, somebody putting them books of Paul, somebody shoving them books of Paul. The king is saying the Bible should not be cut into portions. And still keeping in mind, the Bible that he's talking about has more portions than the regular Bible that most of us use. The King James Version of the Bible has definitely been cut into portions, even before. So even if you cut the King James Version into portions, it has already been cut into portions because it's lacking 20-something of the books that the Ethiopian Bible has. Where's the book of Enoch that Jude mentioned? In fact, where's the rest of the book of Jude? Jude has one chapter. The book of Jude is a chapter. They don't even call it chapter 1, it's just Jude. You understand? So these are key words. And when we speak of the Bible, especially when we go as deep as we're going on Sunday, because we're going deep and we're not just talking about it and the Bible and slavery and the slave master give us, and when we close our eyes and say, oh, prayers, we had the Bible and he had the land. All of that is good stuff. It's real. I understand. Trust me, I understand all of that. But we're going to take our time as scholarly, mature people. I was going to say adults, but we don't have to be adults. It could be mature as a child. In mind, we're doing this scholarly, and we're going to take our time and look at the Bible from different angles, not just from one angle and just say, oh, I don't believe them stories there. How a man can talk to a burning bush and the bush not burning away. I mean, no. We're going to take our time. So I'm asking you to be very early on Sunday. We're going to start at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Caribbean Time, sharp. You know, as I said, I try not to do these lengthy lectures in the Tiger's Temple, but I think this one is going to have some length to it. But don't worry, I'm going to make sure we give enough time, an hour, for you to respond, for you to ask questions to myself, and you can make comments. If you hear something I say and you don't agree, man, I give you time to explain yourself. I have no problem with that. That's what the Tiger's Temple is all about. That's why we're going to have debates. That's why we're going to have question and answers. That's why we're going to have different lecturers coming in and speak. Yeah, open the floor for you. It's always interactive. This is the brand new thing. This is where we meet on the Sunday. We ain't going to no club. We ain't clubbing nobody out. When you go to the club, they club you out with all them beating you with the club. You understand it? Yeah. So let's come into the temple. The temple is right here. Let's come into the mind and get a greater understanding of what's going on. And this Sunday, all things Bible, definitely something you will be looking forward to. So family, we'll be getting into it. You know, we'll be speaking about where does this book really come from, the idea of where it comes from, and the historical facts and proof of where it comes from. And of course, the historical reality of it and exactly how to read it. I think that's one thing I can really put down on the table, is how you're supposed to read the book. Very, very important. And of course, the value of it and exactly how is it that Haile Selassie is really connected to it. And is there a difference really between the Ethiopian Bible and other Bibles? And family, the Kebra Nagas is not a Bible as such. Now, what does the word Bible really mean? Because the Bible is made up of many different books. You could just add a next book to it. You could have added the Kebra Nagas and say, hey, throw that in the Bible too. And then all of a sudden, Kebra Nagas could have become one of the books in the Bible. Because many books, 80-something books. King James have 60-something books. So you have to understand what we are talking about with this whole Bible thing and God and all of these characters. This is something. And as I said, we're not just coming to rant. We'll be definitely taking our time. Check this out. We'll be taking our time. Yeah, Ethiopian Bible. Eh? See who they have sticking here. We'll be taking our time, family, to go into this in its fullness so we can bring a reality and understanding to what's going on. So this Sunday in the Tigers Temple, make sure you're there with I. Remember, every Sunday you come in the Tigers Temple and we have different meditation and different vibration that we will be putting to you. Hey, remember the Tiger's Nest now. So what's that now? That's on Radio Anu. The temple is not Radio Anu. The temple is a webinar. You know, the temple, we link you on Crowdcast, or we link you on Zoom, and you come in the house, you can put on your camera so we can look in your face. You could keep it off if you want to. Nobody has to see that you're there. It's all right. But for sure, that's when we gather together in the temple so I can see your skills as well. That's what it's all about. For sure. But the Tiger's Nest now, that's our radio program. You know how to get there. The link is in the description below. Just scroll down and press it. 7 p.m. sharp every night, not on Sundays, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Every when? Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday. One more time. Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, and Monday. Very good. 7 p.m. sharp Eastern Caribbean time, which is also Eastern Standard Time. For the moment, it's the Tiger's Nest on Radio Anu, the international flavor, the universal spice. Beautiful. And if you didn't know, because some of you may be saying, but I don't always get the Tiger's Nest, you can subscribe to that as well. Pennies a day for the Tiger's Nest program. A penny is like cents, ding-ling-ling. Yeah, for the Tiger's Nest program, and you never miss another edition. If you don't get it tonight, when you wake up in the morning and you check your email, the program is right there. The Tiger's Nest. Look at all these things we're offering with love, family. All you have to do is connect with us, contact us, let us know you're there. Tell us what you want. I need to get the Tiger's Nest program because I'm missing it. I want to be there Sunday in the temple so I can hear the real history and knowledge of the biblical understanding of the history of the Bible. Yeah, I need to see the free without me paying, you know, sneak preview of the homeschool program, or preview, not sneak, going sneaking around. The preview of the homeschool program so I can see if it's something I would delight in purchasing. Yes, family, definitely come in. So much love we have this year. Life giver and the keeper of life. Yeah. Holy Emmanuel, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari. Blessed love.